But if you should fall into my arms, tremble like a flower. Let's dance under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, Neiman Wyndham, oh my noon goom. Baby, are you going to play the intro song? Yeah, I'm looking for it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BOOZHOO. What? I'm waiting for the title. Yeah, I'm working on it. Welcome back to a little show that we used to have control over. Here we go. Welcome back to BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Tonight's show is brought to you by John Redcorn. If you like corn, but you prefer it to be red, eat John Redcorn's corn. The red corn. You call it corn. We call it maize. Remember that? Yeah, you call it corn. We call it maize. What happened to your thingy? Oh, my hair thing? I think it fell out. Do you want a hair tie? That would look kind of cute. I could take mine one out. No, I'm not going to do that. BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, Neiman Wyndham. How you doing, John? It's nice to see you. Well, it's been a while. It's really good to be back on the show. My name is Emily Aubrey, to anyone new. This here is Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. Coming up on tonight's live stream, what do we got planned for tonight, Michael? On tonight's live stream, we're going to have NANABOOZHOO teach an Ojibwe word of the day. An Ojibwe word of the day. And we'll probably sing a song. I'm gonna play the Let's Dance video you and I taped. Oh, that'd be cool. Will Jim Dunn stop by? I don't know. I haven't heard from Jim in a while. Oh, hey, he's here right now. Oh, Jim is here. BOOZHOO, Jim. What's going on, my brother? BOOZHOO, need G. Now, kids, you're not going to understand this, but what I just said to Jim was, hello, brother. In the Anishinaabe way, Nichi means brother. Do you just want to teach the Ojibwe phrase of the day? I could. But then what's NANABOOZHOO going to do when he gets out here? Well, I don't know. You could teach more. Yeah. All right, well, let's see. Okay, let me pull it up here. Oh, actually, you know what? What's that? I think we have a call in line 2. Line 2? You're kidding! How in the world does anybody get our number? I have no idea. Line 2. Okay, we'll patch him in. Hello, caller. Welcome to BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language. You're on the air.
Emily, it is so nice to finally meet you.
Well, hey there. Michael, it's the Count from Sesame Street.
Oh, hey, Count, how you doing? You just did his voice.
Oh, sorry. I meant,
Natasha, I understand that...
I'm not Natasha, I'm Emily.
Ah, yes, that's right. This is actually kind of difficult to do.
I know, it's weird, huh? What can I do for you today, Count?
I was wondering, what is the Ojibwe phrase of the day?
Well, today's Ojibwe phrase of the day. Michael, you want to pull up the thingy?
Yeah, sure.
Today's Ojibwe phrase of the day. I have no idea. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, this is a nice one. Miigwech. It means thank you.
Hey, Emily.
Yeah?
We just got a super chat from John Redcorn.
Oh, you're kidding! John, you didn't have to do that. Me quetch. Thank you. And, kids like a een. I love you. Thank you so much. $5. That's sweet. Now one of us can go to coffee by ourselves.
That's right. I'll buy a cup of coffee tomorrow when I'm out downtown.
What about me?
You don't drink coffee.
That's right. It would just stain my whatever I'm made of. Felt?
Yeah. I'm really wishing I had your hair tie now.
I know, me too. Anyway, Count, anything else I can do for you?
No. Well, I wanted to know if I was saying this correctly.
What's that?
When I say goodbye in Ojibwe, do I say Gigawabamin Minowa?
Yeah, that's right. Only you don't say goodbye. You say, I will see you again. And I will see you again. Gigawabamin Minowa.
Gigawabamin Minowa. Ah, ah, ah. I meant, ah, ah.
Michael, you want to get rid of that picture?
Yeah, sure.
This is tough to do when... I can't explain it. Anyway. Well, Michael, you want to talk about kids' books?
Yeah, I'd love to talk about kids. Hi, everyone. Well, we're back. And Emily and I have been spending a lot of time at the Bemidji Public Library.
The Kitchigummy Library. And you know what I love about that library?
What's that?
The fact that they misspell Gitchigummy. And they spell it with a K and nobody can pronounce it.
Yeah.
Gitchigummy in Ojibwe means, well, Gitchi, with G, means great. Gitchi. And gummy, the Gitchigummy means like sea or water, the great sea, whatever. And they called Lake Superior Gitchigummy. And they called the sea Gitchigummy. But we work at a library that calls itself Kitchigummy, like kitsch. Like, I don't know what. But anyway, they mean to say Gitchigummy. But anyway, so we've been spending a lot of time. Go ahead, Michael.
So we've been doing a story time 3 times a week. Emily and I read different books to kids, and it's been really fun.
Oh, it's been so great. I just love having a live audience of kindergartners.
Yeah, there's something really fulfilling about making kindergartners laugh.
Yeah.
And today I wanted to do a couple of book recommendations. If you have a young person in your life or not, just as an artist myself, I realized one thing about working at a library, and especially in the children's department.
What's that?
I could care less about any book that I've ever read after maybe the 6th grade.
Really?
Yeah, I think I have an emotional connection to the book. That Was Then, This Is Now.
By S.E. Hinton?
Yeah.
Was that the same lady who wrote The Outsiders?
Yeah. That was my first chapter book I ever read when I was a 6th grader or 7th grader. But otherwise, and I majored in English.
Yeah.
I read so many just boring, pointless works of great literature, getting my stupid bachelor's degree, that I could care if I ever read another Shakespeare play, read another poem at all. And
Yeah.
but the children's books I read as a kid, I still love, because it's an art form that's totally misunderstood and underappreciated.
Really?
Yeah. Here's a book called Harold and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson. This book is just simply a story. It's one long comic strip where the main character, Harold, has a purple crayon and he just starts drawing. And as he draws, he like creates a world after a world of different things. And the story, as it's narrated, he just redraws, you know. So he put a frightening dragon under the tree to guard the apples. It was a terribly frightening dragon. It even frightened Harold. He backed away, his hand holding the purple crayon. You know, this is what a comic strip is. Each page represents a moment in time, and then it moves on to the next moment. And it is just genius. And I remember reading this as a kid. I never forgot it. I would eventually like create my own versions of this. And so I rediscovered Harold and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson, and I think it's just great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's that other one?
This other one I would like to talk about is Someone Like Me.
Someone Like Me.
Someone Like Me by Patricia McLaughlin.
Why do you like this one so much, Michael?
Number one, it's a beautiful story. Well, number one, the person who illustrated is Chris Sheban. Chris Sheban.
You sure it's not Shaban? Because if it was in Ojibwe, it'd be Shaban.
Yeah, maybe it's Chris Sheban. But he, let's face it, is probably a guy. He is the greatest colored pencil drawer I have ever seen. Here's a nice set of pictures. The story is just, are you someone like me? Someone who likes to do these different things, who reads a lot, stays out late reading with the dog. Some of these drawings are so beautiful that when I first saw them, I mean, I didn't cry, but I felt a welling in my throat, like I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
And it was just so, I mean, check out those clouds and the way the light and the shadows, that's all done with a colored pencil. The style is still very cartoony, but it is breathtaking how good the colored pencil work is. And I learned that I'm not a colored pencil artist. My first professional job, drawing, out of college, I had an assignment and I was going to illustrate this story. And I bought some colored pencils and I tried, and I realized, to my horror, that I couldn't do it. You know, there's a lot more to it than just coloring in. And that's when I started using markers.
Really?
Yeah. But it finally ends up where the writer is like, are you someone who likes to do all these things and a white horse to ride through dreams? You might be someone like me. This is simply the blue color. This makes me want to cry.
This is the most beautiful drawing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. That's blue colored pencil and white paper. And then she finally says, are you someone like me, a writer? Well, I would say, are you someone like me, an artist? Because this is the greatest work of art I've seen in a long, maybe ever. Someone like me, you know, I could talk about art in general right now.
What do you mean?
Well, if I wasn't holding you and trying to like make this believable,
Yeah.
I could talk about this. But then it would be a different kind of show.
That's true. You want to get NANABOOZHOO out here?
I could get NANABOOZHOO out here. All right. Anyway, well, here's my point. Growing up, and here's just the back cover illustration. Sunset with the dog. I can't say enough good things about this. Here's the thing to know, kids. I'm not talking to the adults here. But if you're a kid watching this and you want to be an artist, when I was growing up, all the art classes talked about artists, and they would talk about people in the past, like Picasso and Van Gogh and Andy Warhol. And these were all modern artists. And, who's the other one? I've mocked him a number of times. Van Gogh. Well, Van Gogh is ridiculously bad. But education will make you think that you can't tell the difference between good art and bad art. Because they'll say, hey, look at this. This is Picasso. And it looks ridiculous. It doesn't give you any kind of emotional response. And they tell you have to be educated to know and to appreciate what it is. You don't. It's not our problem to meet art halfway. Good art will smack you in the face and change your life. And especially while you're a kid, before you get corrupted by art teachers, you can tell what's good. By the time we get through college, people can't tell what's good. They'll spend millions of dollars. Well, they'll buy stuff like, hey, BOOZHOO, Kaya. It's nice to see you.
She said, boo.
Yeah, she's a ghost.
Boo, Kaya. So nice to see you. If you just got off the camera, I could kind of take over.
I might do that in a moment.
All right. So you were saying about art?
Yeah. So when you're a kid, don't let them make you change your mind about what you like. You are right. When you say that this is a better book than what your mom's checking out at the library because there are no pictures in her book, you're right. Trust your gut, but also know that good art is still out there, and it's mostly in children's books. And there's a lot in animation too. Not necessarily artificial intelligence animation, and video game animation isn't that beautiful. But you can find some pretty cool stuff in cartoons. All right. How about... Should I go get NANABOOZHOO?
Yeah, why don't you go get NANABOOZHOO?
All right.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm going to go sit over there, and I might be back. My name is Emily Aubrey, and I will see you again. Gigawabamin, Meanawal.
Thank you, Emily.
That's all right.
Okay, BOOZHOO. It's time to start the music. Okay, this is how we're gonna do this, Michael. You're still on the thing. I'm debating whether or not I want to go. You know what we should do? Okay, hey, BOOZHOO, everybody. This is a song that Michael Lyons wrote and David Bowie copied. Nah. And it's called Let's Dance. And I'll be right back. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song they're playing on the radio. Let's sway while color lights up your face. Let's sway, sway through the crowd to an empty space. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower, let's dance for fear your grace should fall. Let's dance for fear tonight is all. Let's sway, you could look into my eyes. Let's sway under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower, let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance. All right, this is gonna work. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO! Can you hear me okay? Make that a little smaller. Hikes. Let's, okay, here we go. I'm trying to make it so I can see the chat. Here we go. Chat. Ikadon. In Ojibwe, our word for chat. What is our word for talk? To say something is to ikadon. Just to talk? I don't know. Jim says, it looks like you're in one of my paintings there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the painting of Jim Dunn. Okay. I'm almost there, you guys. Alright, now we're set. Okay, BOOZHOO. And welcome back to the show. My name is NANABOOZHOO. And that was Michael Lyons and Emily Aubrey. And We haven't done a live stream in a while because, well, quite frankly, because Michael Lyons got a job at the library. And it takes all his time and energy. You know, we've been getting up just early, trying to get stuff set up, you know, stealing Jim Dunn backgrounds and whatnot from the internet. But then, you know, we just run out of time, and I've been kind of like, you know, okay with it for the most part. Thinking, you know, well, you know what I don't miss? Worrying about how rent's going to get paid every month. It's nice not to have that worry anymore. For the first time in 4 years, we can all relax around here going, hey, the rent got paid. You know? There's not another rent due for a whole month. And when that time comes, we'll have plenty of money and a couple of $100 extra to buy groceries for 2 weeks. A couple $100 and 5 thanks to John Redcorn. Let me go ahead, Sneezy. But for crying out loud, are you like me? Do you ever just get sick and tired of the grind? You know, I've had such a stiff upper lip. I've never liked any job I've ever had. There, I said it. Okay. In the 80s, they called us slackers. Oh, you're a slacker. You don't want. Why don't you go out and get a job? And the thing was, I always did have jobs that I hated, and I'd eventually get fired, or I'd quit because I was sick of it. And the money was just enough so you could pay for the car and your gas and some clothes and your groceries and your rent, so you could keep getting up and going back into work and spending your entire day and really your night too. I mean, like I work a 9-hour day because you get an hour lunch. But, you know, I got to walk for half an hour to get there and half an hour to get home, so there's another hour. Now we're talking 10 hours of work related. And like you guys too, you know, you get up in the morning. I mean, basically your morning is all preparation for going to work. You're watching that clock. Okay, got to make some coffee. Got to go take a poo. I got to go, you know, shower and shave. Pick out a little outfit for yourself. Oh, what should I wear today? Oh, good. It's casual Mondays. The boss said it'd be okay if I wore, you know, denim slacks. And then you'll drag your butt into the whatever job. And it's like going back into Shawshank. You know, inmate number 4256831, returning back to my career. Where's my cubicle? How much time may I leave for to go pee and smoke a cigarette outside? Oh, thank you, boss. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're so gracious. Oh, may I leave the premises for 1 hour to go eat something and live my life? Thank you. I'll make sure I'm back exactly 1 hour, because that's the agreed thing we have here. You know, nobody's to blame. Nobody's the bad guy. But that's what robs your life and steals your soul. The job. Hey, you're doing a good job. You haven't been late for work all week. I like your stick-to-itiveness. Oh, thank you, boss. I live to please you. And you do. And that resentment grows. You go, I live to please you, boss. Because if I don't please you, I may die. You might fire me, and I won't have any money, and I can't buy any groceries, and I'll starve to death. I'll become homeless and starve to death if you don't like me, boss. So I showed up 20 minutes early. You never know that because you never show up 20 minutes early. But I'm here 20 minutes early just in case you feel like firing me and you might reconsider. When you have a job, you're always under a threat. You know, everyone pretends, oh, I love my job. I love my boss. He's very fair. You know, oh, it's a good job, good benefits. If I get sick, there's an organization that I was forced into paying into that may pay for my medical costs. I mean, they're not going to promise that, but whatever. If you're good and you don't do anything wrong for 6 months, you don't take any days off or anything, then you can take a day off and we'll pay you for it. You get 10 days a year where you can go on a vacation. 10 days. Oh, thank you, boss. I wonder where I'll go on my vacation this year. Let's see. I always have about, I don't know, $75 to $100 extra at the end of the month because I'm doing all right. I'm comfortable. What possible vacation could I take? I can't even afford an Uber that would take me to the airport to a plane ticket I could never afford. To go to some place where they charge $300 a night for a hotel. That's 3 days' wages for a lot of us working class people. Yeah, you can sleep here for 8 hours, but you have to work for 3 days in your job for the privilege of sleeping someplace where hundreds of other people have slept in the last hundreds of days. Vacation. No, thank you. You know, so what do? You gotta live. But I left work today with that same old familiar, same way I felt when I was a teenager, leaving after working hard all week at my part-time job or whatever, and you get paid, and you can feel kind of like the boss doesn't really want to pay you, like you're kind of putting him out, you didn't really deserve it. There's not a whole lot of thank yous or anything. It's like, here's your pay. You know, don't forget to blah, blah, blah on your time card. Some grudging, whatever. You know, you kind of, in TV land or whatever, a person leaves their job and they go have a life afterwards. Or their job is like their life. I work hard and it's just, it blends into their whole life. Not me, man. Jobs have always been watching a clock. Oh, good. Only 3 more hours until I'm allowed to leave. Only 2 more hours. Only 1 more hour. Oh, this is going to be great. Only half an hour. Only 15 minutes. And then it's Friday and I'm walking home going, oh, good. The weekend's just begun. I'm going to be okay now. But what I'm really doing is trying to de-stress. I was contemplating quitting today. I was going, I could just go, I quit. Why? Because I don't want to be here every day, all day long for the rest of my life. I don't know why anybody would want to. I'm only here for the money. I don't fit in. I don't have any friends here. There's no one to talk to. I come in, I mind my business. I try to act as professional, i.e. phony or just a walking dead, an automaton. Morning, Jim. Morning, Sam. It's not even that deep at my place. Nobody asks me, oh, what do you got plans for the weekend? Nobody asks me that. They don't care. It doesn't occur to them that I have a weekend. Hey, Brian's back. Bonjour, Brian. It's nice to see you. Buy land out of the city and call that a vacation spot on the weekends. Don't have to be expensive. 1 or 2 acres and a cheaper camper. Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some land. Can you buy land for under $100? I'll never have enough money to buy land. A cheaper camper? Camper? What, another automobile? I can't even afford to get my pickup jumped so I can drive it. I can't afford the gas. I gave up driving because it's too expensive. Because I work full time. And I have the cheapest rent of anybody in town. But it's still, for my lifestyle of not having to pay for any kids or my student loans back or anything, I still barely make it by. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Nobody wants to say it out loud. But everybody who's, you know, buying stuff and living like they're middle class, that's all on credit. Nobody owns their home. The bank owns it. They're just paying a mortgage every month. And the same amount they pay their car payment. Oh, I got a pickup. Well, the bank has a pickup and you're renting it from them at $500 a month or whatever. I don't know, man. But you know what? Who cares? I'm not a slave to the Junia. Yeah, I am, I guess. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll pray on it. BOOZHOO, get your money do. Hello, Great Spirit. Grab a little tobacco. Sema. Adapana niwia sema. Except my tobacco. Miigwech, b'madaziyan. Thank you for my life. Miigwech, ka iji kakina kegu. Ka iji chikean nungom. Thank you for everything that you do today. Teka wituka wishin. Ando minawe nungom. Please help me to speak well today. I'm just kind of riffing it, you know. When guitar players, ape and gay, amen. Miigwech bezandawiya gichimandu. Thanks for listening. When guitar players get together and they, like, one guy will play the rhythm, another guy will play the lead, they call that riffing. I'm gonna play a little riff here, and then you know, jump on. It'll be like da na 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 na, and whatever. And sometimes I do that here, where I'm just riffing. Have you ever had a good friend who is like great at riffing with you? This would be somebody where you both get funny together. You come in and you start something, and then they pick it up and they know you're joking and they get in on the joke. That's become like a rare quality for some reason in the modern age. Like, I met a girl once at a coffee shop. She was a barista there. And I walked in there and I ordered coffee and whatever. And then I had to leave early. And I still had like half a cup. And so I went up there, and on my way out I was like, hey, I don't have time to finish this coffee. Can I get a refund? And without missing a beat, she goes, oh yes, of course. Here, let me just pour it back in with the other coffee. and obviously she didn't mean it or whatever, but we just started joking around. Eventually we started a band together, you know. But have you ever known people who just don't know how to be funny? Of course you have. Most people aren't funny, I've learned. Most people are stupid. I've known a lot of people who just, you always got to tell them, no, I'm kidding. They'll think I'm being serious, and I'll say something, it's like absurdist humor. You know, it's like, oh, it's really windy out there. Yeah, no kidding, man. I felt like a dog with his head out the car window. And they'd be like, oh, really? Did you really? I was like, well, no, not really. That's a joke. Or I'm just being crazy, you know, whatever. Until eventually you just stop acting silly with people, and they just want to know. Because I think they're zombies. I think we're walking among the walking dead, you guys. I don't know if it's vaccination damage to their brains. You know, is everybody kind of on the spectrum now? People have just taken that, you know, like they get a pass to be rude, you know. Yeah, you know, oh, he's on the spectrum. He can't help it. It's like, well, I don't care. A lot of people can't help being dumb and not funny and no fun to riff with, no fun to talk to. No, you have to be very deliberate with him. He takes everything 100% literal. Well, he shouldn't. You know. I don't have this problem with people with Down syndrome. They always get the joke. I don't know, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, oh, it's pretty out here. The river. You know who I don't like anymore? I used to like Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen grew old and became Woody Allen. You look at a picture. I wish I had a picture of him now. When Bruce Springsteen grew up, he got all icky and pervy looking. You know, Woody Allen. When somebody says, "Oh yeah, he married his daughter," you kind of go, "Yeah, he looks like a guy who'd marry his daughter." You know. Why does I bring that up? Oh, Bruce Springsteen. But I remember there was a song in the 80s I really liked by him. It was called The River. And I got Mary pregnant. Man, that was all she wrote. And for my 19th birthday, I got a union card and a wedding coat. And you know, he sang that song like it was like the sad song. Oh, I remember being 18, I got my girlfriend pregnant. And that was all she wrote. Like it was a bad thing. And I remember being a teenager and thinking, yeah, I get that. That would suck if you got your girlfriend pregnant. And all you got for your 19th birthday was a union card. Oh, now you got to work for the union. And a wedding coat. You have to get married. Yeah, it's so tough. So I go down to the river. And so now that I'm elder, and I think, well, hey, number one, dummy, you shouldn't have been having unprotected sex with somebody you're not married to. But yeah, she's pregnant. So the right thing to do is to get married and get a job. You're lucky that you were able to do that. You got a wedding coat. Somebody threw you a wedding and even got you a coat, like a tuxedo. And you got a job. Unions are good. You get a union, you might actually have health care and stuff. But no, Bruce Springsteen, he was born to ride, you know. Baby, we were born to ride or run or whatever that stupid song is. I don't like Bruce Springsteen anymore. Just retire already. I'm so sick of the same rock stars year after year. I mean, finally Kiss retired. And what does Gene Simmons decide to do in his golden years? Now that, you know, he can look back at 50 years or whatever of a successful career in the music industry. You know, he's made millions. He's got a mansion, grown children, probably grandchildren by now, wife at home. What's the first thing he does? Oh, I'm going to go to Las Vegas and start a new band. The Gene Simmons Band. Oh, yeah. Why? Stop it. It's enough already, Gene. I'm the biggest Kiss fan there has ever been. And I do not want to hear Strutter one more time. Please. Retire, go away, and never come back. And that goes for all you 80s rock stars. Oh, look, Axl Rose is here. Who? Oh, did you hear? Mick Mars quit Motley Crue. Yeah, and he probably moved into a nursing home. It's not a rock star. Bruce is woke. says Brian. Is that right? Of course he is. He's part of that Hollywood nonsense. Oh, we need more diversity in rock and roll. There's too many white men, Bruce. Where are the trans voices in crappy 80s music? Yeah, you know, John Cougar turned into kind of a crotchety old woke loser too. He was at a concert recently and he was like, you know, that Donald Trump, he sure is orange. Like, you guys, you know. It's not like the rest of us are like, yeah, we love Trump. We didn't even have an opinion on him. You know? But half of the country just hates him so much. You can't help but go, shut up. Oh, you hate him that much? Well, now, you guys pushed it too far. What, he's literally Hitler? It doesn't seem like it. You know? Hollywood is crazy too, just like rap. We now find out a lot of P. Diddy stuff going on. Yeah, it's a crazy time to be in the conspiracy circle. I didn't want to say conspiracy circles, the truther circles. There are a lot of people who are saying we're living in the age of the great unveiling. That Gitchimanadu is exposing all the wickedness of this world. You know, the Bible said that nothing would remain hidden forever. That all the stuff in darkness would be brought to the light. And that's what I think we're seeing with P. Diddy and Woody Allen. You know, just the fact that the whole world now is just seeing what Hollywood's really about. You know, there was always the illusion, there was the message from Hollywood and the media. If you become rich and famous, you'll be happy. All you need to do is become beautiful, rich, and famous. Most of all, famous. The more people who know you, then the more money you're sure to have. Then, lots of people love you, lots of choices of who you can love, plenty of money to do and buy everything that'll make you happy. And then, what's the third part? Rich and famous, and you become happy. Oh, but then you look, you know, I pay a lot of attention to Britney Spears. Have you seen what she's been up to? You know, she's clearly, nobody in their right mind would ever want to trade places with Britney Spears. What Hollywood, what that gets you really is Britney Spears. Britney Spears' children don't want anything to do with her. They're totally ashamed of her. They hate her because she acts so vile on the internet. You know, these are teenage boys. They don't want to see their mother's breasts and her butt and her spinning around and doing drugs and getting married a million times and divorced and carrying on like a crazy person. You know, she just sued her dad. You know, everybody who knew her hates her, and she hates everybody she's known. She keeps on trying to, I'm going to go take another vacation by myself or with these weirdos. Drinking wine by herself. Even her own puppies, you know, she'll get pets that don't want anything to do with her. And like sometimes she even had a pet dog where like animal control had to be called and they had to rescue one of her pets from her. She's such a mess. But one by one, we're seeing all these so-called great people fall. Cat Williams told everyone, yeah, Cat Williams revealed it all. You know, we're watching Will Smith. Will Smith was like one of the most loved, successful people in the world. Will Smith. Household name. Every movie he's in was millions of dollars. And he's got the most ridiculous, loveless marriage you could possibly think. His kids are a mess. He's got just broken just, you know, and he looks very sad. He goes to an award show and can't control his emotions enough not to assault a person that he knew in some weird emotional outbreak. I mean, it's all so crazy. Do you know any of Dan Fogelberg tunes? Says Red. Hey, Resme T, BOOZHOO, Niji. Dan Fogelberg. I know the name. Was he part of Creedence Clearwater Revival or something? Let's see. What was that Vietnam song? I used to play one of those. Leader of the Band is my favorite Fogelberg song. Leader of the pack. No, that's an older song. Dan Fogelberg. I'll think of it as soon as we're off the live stream. I don't know, man. So anyway, I thought I was going to teach a Ojibwe phrase. Oh, if you'd like to learn Ojibwe words of the day. Oh, this is kind of some cool news. Ojibwe Words and Phrases is available for sale at Amazon.com. The links are in the description below. Hit that subscribe button. Or don't. You know. What, I gotta tell you how YouTube works now? Don't you hate that every single YouTube video you ever watch? Oh, hey, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. And the alarm or the notification. It really helps the channel. It's like, shut up. We know how YouTube works. We're not going to do it anyway. We could. Don't care. I'm eating a sandwich with this hand and my other hand's on the mouse. Well, I guess the mouse could do it. Anyway. Alright. Well, hey, you guys. I'm going to turn the show back over to Michael, I think. Oh, nah. Maybe I'll go in. Boop, boop, boop. Bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep. BOOZHOO. Hey, sweetie. Oh, hi, NANABOOZHOO. What are you doing? Oh, I'm out here in the river. You're in the river? Well, I'm not in the river. I'm by the river. You're by the river? Did you say a prayer? Yeah, I put out my tobacco and I've been talking to the BOOZHOO crew here. Talking about celebrities and that. Okay. Would you like to come in? Yeah, can you pick me up? Yeah, I got you. Here you go. I got a scan for your coordinates. All right. And let's see. That's 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. No. Hey, there we go. Oh, hi. How was it outside? Pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and talented Natasha. BOOZHOO, got Kina Aria. You want to get up here? Well, sure. I'm going to turn the show over to Natasha, but how are we going to do this? Where am I? Yeah. We can't do this. No, we can't, can we? What's going on out on Michael's side of the show? Alright. I think I'm just going to land the plane. Okay. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to say, Miigwech, Gabizendawiag. Thank you for listening. And I will see you again. Gigawab Min. Minawa.